Thank you very much. Hi, welcome to Interrogation. Comedians tell their own true crime stories, then we get to ask them questions about it after. The audience at the show can even text in their own crimes anonymously, and we get to read those live on stage. Now, I like to start out every shift by getting a dozen of my favorite...
Come on, let me do the hosty thing. Are you guys ready for your next comic? This guy's so funny. He's a regular at Comedy Works, tours all over the country. Give it up for Edward Bell, everybody.
Keep it going for Corey and Hannah. You'll never believe this, but Corey always dresses like that. 100%. You guys cool if I tell you a slightly sexual story? Just the dudes? That's usually who I'm getting the consent from. That makes sense. Dudes are like, I want to hear it, bro. Women are like, not at all, not even. No, it's not that gross. I'm just gonna talk about a couple gross things, but I never have sex in the story, so you don't have to worry. You don't have to picture it. Unless you're already picturing it, then too late. No, this story's about the first time I ever saw a condom, because the first time I ever saw a condom, I committed arson. Yeah, and I mean like the crime. I'm not like talking about my dick game. I'm not like, my dick's so good, they charge you with arson. No, I lit something on fire. I did it. Now, this story takes place when I was 14 years old, between 8th and 9th grade, which is a big summer for a lot of guys, because that's when they hit puberty, right? You transition from a little boy into a big problem. That's usually what happens. And this is a special summer for me because it's the first time that like women started noticing me. And I grew up in the early 2000s, so my entire education on women were from those American Pie movies. So I thought it was gonna be like super hard to get laid. Turns out it's not. It's, like I said, I did grow up in the early 2000s. So if you remember, in the early 2000s, every single year a new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game came out. Yeah, Tony did a lot of big things that for guys that dress like me. Like, if you could do a kickflip or look like you could do a kickflip, you were gonna get some. That's how it works. And this summer was really cool because it was the first time anybody offered to give me a blowjob. She wanted to do it like a later date. She wanted it to be special. Yeah, I was just as skeptical as all you guys. I was like, am I on the coolest prank show ever? Now, for this next part of the story to make sense, I got to explain a couple things about my background. I was raised by a single mom, and she never really talked to me about sex. She still won't talk to me about sex. All the time, I'm like, Mom, let's talk about sex. And she's like, absolutely not, no. And I was 14 in the early 2000s, so I had never seen pornography at this point. I know, like, nowadays with smartphones, like, everybody sees it, like, whenever they want. Like, 4th graders jack off at a 12th grade level. But back then, if you wanted to see porn, the only way you could do that is by ruining the family computer. Like, your mom was gonna learn some things about you. So really, the only way I learned about sex was from sex ed, and I had a terrible sex education. They never put like the condom on the banana. They never showed us that. I don't know if there was like a fruit shortage that year, or what was going on. But I did remember they told us if we ever had oral sex that we should use a condom or a dental dam. That's the worst advice I've ever been given in my entire life. Have you guys even ever seen a dental dam before? No, me neither, man. I'm pretty sure that's something you only use with hookers. And let's be honest, if you're going down on a hooker, you're a real feminist. That's what heroes look like. This is what we march for. No, so since that was my only education, I thought I should be a gentleman and I should get the condom for this blowjob. Wow is right. But like, I didn't know how to get a condom, right? Because they didn't teach us that in sex ed. So I didn't know you could go to like a pharmacy or whatever. So instead, I just went to like my dirtiest, grossest friend. You know, like that one kid you know that always spends every summer in juvenile hall? You guys got that kid where you still hear his name today and you look over your shoulder, you're like, oh my God. Like this guy, he used to smoke Marlboro Reds when we were 12 years old. He stole his dad's liquor and sold it on the bus. So I thought he could hook me up. So I asked him, hey man, can you sell me a condom? And he goes, no, I don't have any, but I know a place we can get one. It's this place called Spencer's Gifts. Bunch of you are familiar with Spencer's Gifts? Yeah, if you don't know what Spencer's Gifts is, it's this store in the mall where they sell lubricant and sex toys and paraphernalia to preteens. It's where middle schoolers go to spice up their relationship. When recess is just getting a little too dull. And so I had never been there. He takes me to Spencer's Gifts or whatever, and we walk in, and I realized I was not prepared for that store at all, because they had an entire wall of vibrators, and the second I saw them, I got immediately intimidated. Because they had the real vibrators, the ones that grown women use. The ones that plug into the wall because they don't make a battery pack strong enough for it. The ones that got the 3 prongs because the only way you can masturbate safely is around a grounded outlet. Yeah, so I saw those and I was like, I gotta get out of here, man. No way, I'm chickening out. And he's like, no, you're not. We're gonna do this. We're gonna buy condoms. So he turns to the cashier and he's like, hey man, do you have any beginner condoms? Which is the funniest thing he could have said at that point. And the cashier was like, absolutely, we got some flavored condoms. So I bought a 3-pack of banana condoms. That's it. And his mom picked us up from Spencer's and took us home. I was so paranoid on the drive home that I put all the condoms in the front of my pants. Like a rapper would carry a gun. And I was so scared that I didn't want to open them at his house, so because I didn't want his mom to find any packaging or whatever, and get caught for it at a later point. So we went all the way to the edge of town, to this weird building where they keep all the salts and the sand and the plows for the winter. It's just 2 young boys, a pack of condoms, an abandoned building. Every mother's dream. So I open them up, and immediately I take one, he takes one. We put them both in our wallets where they would stay for the rest of our lives. And then I open up the third one because I want to see what it looks like. I'd never looked at a condom before. I open it up, I unravel it, I look at it, and I go, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And then he grabs it, he takes it from me, and he starts sucking on it. And he starts licking it up and down. And then he goes, man, that tastes bananas. Which we laughed because that's a pretty good joke. And then we didn't know what to do after that, so he says, hey man, you want to see if this thing will light on fire? I'm 14, so the only thing better than a blowjob at that point is starting a fire. So he holds it up, he hands me his lighter, I light the end of it. Immediately the whole thing engulfs in flames. He throws it, it lands on top of a dumpster. The dumpster has a plastic lid, it melts right through the lid and goes into the dumpster, and the whole thing engulfs in flames. There's just fire spilling everywhere. So we did the responsible thing and we ran. We ran so fast that when I got home, there was already a cop waiting for me. He's like, hey, we had a witness that said you were at the location of this fire. We know you did it. Tell us you did it. And I was like, no, I didn't do it. And then the cop was like, fuck. Because apparently he had nothing. And I don't think there's a moral to this story, but if you decide to commit a crime later on tonight or at a different point in time, just make sure to burn up all the evidence. You guys have been so fun. I've been Edward Bell.
So wait a minute. Is that the biggest thing you ever lit on fire?
The biggest thing?
Because you've got strong arson vibes.
It was the most out of control a fire has gone, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was there a point you tried to put it out?
Fuck no.
No, just.
I was like, I gotta get out of here. I don't want to be around.
Did the story get out at all, with friends or anybody else? Did you almost get caught?
No, it was just that one cop interaction. But then, yeah, of course, I just told all my friends. I'm like,
Yeah.
I got away with it. That cop couldn't do shit.
Yeah, I'm the coolest kid in town now. Tight.
Yeah. I got a few questions for you, Ed.
Here, Hannah.
I got a few for you. First of all, on behalf of the police department, I just want to say, did you fucking do it?
Did I fucking do the
Yeah.
fire? Of course not.
Okay. Fuck. Second of all, did she ever give you a blowjob?
She did.
Oh,
Yeah! Best night ever!
yeah. He's lighting fires all over town. Look at you.
The only way you can get off is a blowjob in a ring of fire.
I was gonna ask, and was it the banana flavored condom? Is that what you used?
No, we did not use that. Thank God. I wasn't like, I got this and pulled it out. She was just like, I'm gonna blow you right now.
Oh wow.
She was more experienced than I was.
Yeah. She didn't want that banana flavored dick.
Yeah, she's tasted the whole fruit bowl. She doesn't need it.
Yeah, I was surprised. I feel like you kind of look like you're a cult leader who like talks about gonorrhea a lot. You know what I mean? That's just kind of your vibe. So I wasn't sure if you were just spreading it all over town.
Is there a question in this?
No.
I should preface
No.
that this isn't usually an opportunity for us to make fun of it.
No.
That's not.
Well, I'm fucking doing it. So cops live by their own rules.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
what we're just trying to break them.
Yeah. Good cop, bad cop.
Did you ever just try? Were you at that phase like where you just tried the condom on? You'd never seen one before, bought one before, right? So.
I did not try that condom on, but I did absolutely try a condom on before the first time I used it, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, just to see how it fits.
Yeah, absolutely, because what if it didn't fit, man?
That would be horrifying. Yeah. How terrible. Was anything damaged?
Are you talking about my dick right now?
No. You got a mangled dick, Ed?
Yeah, it's burned.
No, in the fire.
No, because luckily it was just like in this weird area of town where there's like nothing around. It was just like all these gravel piles. So
Okay.
The dumpster, I mean, they had to replace the lid.
Yeah. What a beautiful depiction of the
so
place
metal.
you grew up, you know? He's like a lot of rubble and fire where you were.
Iowa, baby, what a wild place. Any questions for Ed? Any questions? Huh? Love you, Iowa. Love you, Iowa, in the form of a question. That would be ideal. It's not Jeopardy, dog. Anyway. Any questions? Any questions? Come on, guys.
Did you have the banana condom for?
How long did I have it for? I mean, probably till I was like 18.
And then
when I bought a different wallet.
It's the only way you phased out your protection. You're like, well, time to get a new wallet piece.
Yeah. Did you ever learn how to put on a condom?
Yeah, I mean, there's instructions in the box.
There are?
Has anybody ever read the instructions on a condom box?
I mean, I read the diagrams.
Still keeps them in his wallet, just in case. Just in case you forget.
I'm going to be transparent. I'm a 31-year-old woman, and I have no fucking idea how to put a condom on a penis.
Well, let's just practice now.
Okay. Any takers? No.
You do have to pay for that. That is part of the QR code.
Yeah.
Just Venmo us. Anyway. Any other questions? Any other questions? Oh, excellent question. Is Tony Hawk still helping Edward's dating life? Well, as you can tell by his clear sex appeal, yes. That's...
Yeah, I mean, I haven't changed a thing about myself since I was 14.
He just exclusively bangs DeMille and Colin. Like, that's...
I'm fucking obsessed with you. You just roasted the shit out of Ed. That was amazing. It was like the fire that night. That was great.
All right, cool. Let's get to a couple text messages really quick. This one, let me know how you feel about it. Teen boy with Downs illegally cutting down trees in Douglas County Park. District attorney refused to prosecute. So I don't know if that's about anybody here, but that was definitely written like somebody that has Downs.
That sounds like it was written by a cop.
Yeah, right? This
Refused to prosecute.
was the police report, yeah. It sounds like, was it written by the DA and they're just pissed that they couldn't prosecute this kid with Downs?
That's why they came to this show. They've been sitting on that text message for like 6 months, just like, what the fuck, you know?
Also, strange loophole if everybody just figured that out. Apparently, if you have Downs, you can commit any crime you want. Just say you have Downs. Everybody's on the spectrum these days.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Ed?
No
Oh, don't get
comment.
sad on me now. All right, next one. Stole a box of Pokemon cards. So apparently the crime here is being a fucking dork.
Whoever that is like, I've never seen a condom before.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
They were in the back just like
Yeah.
taking notes about Ed's story.
I can't relate to this story. What is a condom, you know?
Did you guys ever collect Pokemon cards or anything?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were rad.
Yeah, they were super
What's
sick.
the value on those? Like a Charizard, like stealing a Charizard's like high currency.
Not now, I don't think.
I think you could probably get like round about anybody collect Pokemon cards in here?
Wow. Wow.
I wonder who stole the whole box.
Yeah.
No.
What's the what's the value on a Charizard these days? What's the value on a Charizard?
Good one's like $1,500.
$1,500.
Whoa.
Yo, let's leave the show and go to Walmart right fucking now. They can't stop all of us. If we split the loot, we're made in the fucking shade, dude. All right, next one. This one's kind of long, and then it's got a follow-up. I stole a FedEx truck one time in college. I got blacked out. Yeah, that's how it starts. I got blacked out drunk and was looking for a way back home. So plausible. It's like, duh. I saw a FedEx truck, and in my drunken stupor, I thought that would be a good way to get home. I climbed into the truck, and right as I put the truck into drive, the FedEx driver showed up. Bro, you blacked out at like 6 o'clock. Like, are you fucking kidding? I blacked out in college one time. Like, they ain't working at 2 in the morning, dude. Driver came back, shows up, and reaches into the window and yanks me out of the window. I ran away and then fell into the neighbor's backyard pool. So you're doing this in your own neighborhood? Like, you were home. Like, you were like already...
You could have walked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Special delivery, it's me. They called the cops, I guess, and rightfully so. I was arrested for second-degree robbery. I woke up in jail with zero recollection of the incident, which is kind of a bummer, to be honest.
Yeah.
You're gonna have the coolest night of your life and just be like, bro, I don't know anything, but if you talk to Deputy Smith, he'll tell you everything you need to know.
I love the juxtaposition of that one with the Pokemon card one.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's like, I stole a fucking truck, you know?
It was a FedEx truck full of Charizards.
Yeah, these are worth $1,500 a pop, you know? He's going for
I
it.
got no idea the Bitcoin I'm sitting on right now. Follow up 10 minutes later, possession of less than 1 pound of explosives.
Oh.
I think that's funny that you've tried to put it into like weed terms. You were like, officer, it was less than a pound.
I also like that they went into the pool afterwards.
Oh,
just to,
yeah.
like, take a quick dip, you know?
Double crime, just pool hopping and stealing a truck. Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great time.
That's frat daddy energy. That's
Have you guys
fucking
ever?
cool.
You're like, I'm a king.
Yeah.
I can't get hired after college, but I'm a king. Have you guys ever pool hopped or anything?
Pool hopped?
Yeah.
No, just gone to random pools?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Oh, wow. Now he's a civilized gentleman.
Sorry it wasn't on fire, Ed. I've done it with jacuzzis before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Tell us you're rich without telling us you're rich.
Oh.
Jesus.
Well, Corey, it was in Aurora, so joke's on you. Fucking snob.
It was the community
Yeah.
public jacuzzi.
Yeah.
We broke into
Of
the
course,
park.
it was right on the city line, but
Yeah.
it was in Aurora.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for Ed. Clap it up for Edward Bell, everybody.